Hey everyone, my name is Simsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 23 Career Mode Journeyman Career Series. Here today on the channel we have episode 13 and we're going to be kicking things off with the February calendar month. Plenty of league football and Champions League to come. We're going to be kicking things off here today with a match against Lazio, which had a very limited amount of highlights. Late in the 84th minute here we have a massive chance which we snuff up there, but can we get a late winner here with Beto? And of course we can. We managed to save the 3 points late in the second half, and we ultimately go on to win it 1-0, and it keeps our league campaign alive. In the last episode, if you haven't gone and seen it, highly recommend you do. We managed to have the January transfer window. We spent over 100 million on players, bringing in Donnarumma. We had a match against Bologna here, winning 2-1 thanks to Soler. Followed up by a 4-1 victory over Hellas Verona. Verona scoring a late goal. No more of a consolation, to be honest. Back in the Champions League, we've been drawn against Chelsea. Obviously, Juventus don't have the best record in the Champions League. Hopefully, we can change it under the new regime, being me. We topped our group after joining mid-season. 13 points to Ajax's 8. Leipzig narrowly miss out, along with the Swiss side. So we go away to Stamford Bridge. Massive opportunity there from Pulisic. João Felix, the new man, finds Enzo Fernandez, who gets the shot on target. Anthony brings the ball in. Vlahovic with the bicycle couldn't get to it. Late in the 54th, Richarlison with a big block there. And it ends up being a 0-0 draw away at the Bridge. We go back to the league now, licking our wounds from that Champions League draw. We go out and beat Monza 3-0 with a point to prove. Following that up with a 2-0 victory over Spezia, thanks to Soler starting off the scoring and Richarlison. We are now in the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia. Atalanta win their semi-final leg over Cagliari, while we face Jose's Roma, which we ultimately draw 2-2. Our Timo Werner scoring for Roma. Looks like the Roma board have still backed Jose. Soler starting off the scoring again, and Vlahovic in the 55th. Back in the league, we're 71 points atop, followed by AC Milan in second, Roma in third, Atalanta in fourth, Inter in fifth. Unfortunately, my Udinese side are not in the top 5. 12 minutes in, at home at the Allianz Arena, Chiesa receives a brilliant ball, who fires it to Beto. Cool, calm and collected, hammers it past Jose's Roma, and we start off the scoring just before the 13th minute, thanks to the Portuguese international. Anthony makes it 2-0 in the 28th, and we might have claimed the league title here. Mathematically not, but that is a huge scalp, beating Jose's Roma, who've got Varane at the back. Back in the Champions League, we're going to be hosting them at home. Hopefully, we can continue our UEFA Champions League journey. Obviously, the main objective of this series is to try and win the Champions League and as many league trophies as we can. So Bosley on the breakaway. The Hungarian slips it through Marquinhos to find Chiesa. And we finally get the first goal in this leg after nearly 130 minutes. We finally get a goal. 1-0 up. João Felix on the counter-attack, trying to put his name on the score sheet. Turns back, beats one, looking to centralise it. He does, and gives an open goal to Raheem Sterling. And Chelsea are not down and out for the count. Chelsea with massive Champions League pedigree. To try and beat them, it would be massive. And we somehow get a late goal there, thanks to Anthony, the former United player. And with 5 minutes of full time, potentially upwards of 2 to 6 of extra, that could be it. And it was. We managed to win narrowly 2-1 over Graham Potter's Chelsea. Back in the league, we've got a match against Napoli, who have a really solid and wicked side. They have Odegaard, who's 90 rated now, signing from Arsenal. Obviously getting that Osman money. 0-0 in the 32nd away at Napoli. Unfortunately, they start off the scoring with a shocking goal. We concede. Beto at the other end, though, looking to react quickly. Equalises. And it's 1-1. That's all to play for against Napoli. They still have Kvara, of course. In the second half, looking to get back the lead. And Beto, it's taken him a little while to warm up in this career series. Obviously signing in the January transfer window. The Portuguese international is playing some good football now. And we go on and beat Napoli 2-1, which puts us in striking range of that league title. And Szoboszlai is loving his time at Juventus, which is great to see. And we have a triumphant victory over Napoli. We managed to go on and beat Bologna 1-0 thanks to Beto, the former Udinese man, on an absolute tirade at the moment. And unfortunately, we had a 2-2 draw against Venezia. Obviously, a huge rivalry between me and them. Me being the former Udinese manager, I always like facing Venezia. And now we have the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League, and we've been drawn against Atletico Madrid. Still under Diego Simeone, without João Felix, now with Memphis Depay. They have rotated their list quite a bit. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform. Obviously, we're going to be facing our former player, Perez, who had 3 amazing seasons at Udinese. Now plays in centre-back for them. I also obviously signed Koulibaly. You might be thinking him being a former Napoli player who was actually signed for Atleti. I signed him when I was the Udinese manager. So no Koulibaly this time around. Now, unfortunately, we conceded a sloppy goal there thanks to Pellegrini. And Luka Jovic actually now plays for them along with Malin, which is interesting. I did say they rotated the list quite a bit. But unfortunately, we conceded 2-goal deficit incredibly quickly. And we really need to switch on here and try and come back. 2-0 down. Beto sweats it to Anthony unselfishly. Could have gone all the way himself, but wanted to take the guaranteed goal. And it looks like this Champions League fixture is a lot more opened up as Szoboszlai somehow creeps that around Oblak there, and he is on fantastic form. It's a 2-2 draw, and now we have to face them at home in Turin. Back in the league, unfortunately we had a 2-1 loss to Udinese. I lose against my former side. Keane and Guri get the goals, which is, I guess it's good. It's weird, but I like to see my former team do well. 2-2 in the quarterfinals now, looking to get into the semi-finals. Real Madrid drawing with Napoli. Bayern look like they've got one over Man City, and Liverpool beats Sevilla by the looks of it. But here we go. 2-2 draw. Malin. Massive shot. Blocked. Anthony still in the first half. Another shot blocked. 2 big opportunities in the first. Both sides squander. Vlahovic can't get it through, and the ricochet. Malin finds Memphis Depay, who skips past one. Back to Malin, the former Arsenal youngster, former Dortmund, and now AC Milan gets the goal. And in the pouring rain in Turin, is that it? Yes, it is. It's all over, Red Rover. Unfortunately, we disappointingly get knocked out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals by a good Atletico Madrid side. The board wanted me to win the Champions League final, which I think is a little bit unrealistic, being Juventus. And if we don't win the league here now, we could very well get the sack. How crazy would that be? Can we win the league before the season ends? Who knows? And looks like there's been a performance meeting as they're not happy with me. So maybe we won't make it to the end of this Juventus series. Maybe we'll get sacked trophyless. How bad would that be? But hopefully we can claw back some of our morale here with a match against Inter, who are in 4th, and we can't afford to lose. We can't lose any more points in the league. With the Champions League campaign in jeopardy, Alexander Isak makes it 1-0 early on, and we've got to bounce back, or otherwise we'll be sacked in the morning. Vlahovic, to save my job, gets a goal. Will a draw be enough? And hopefully it will be. A draw against Inter. We still have episode 14 coming out soon. Honestly, I think getting past the round of 16, like historically, and comparing where Juventus is in real life is probably realistic. I think we did a pretty decent job. Look, losing by a goal here and there, that's football. Anything can sort of happen in the knockout rounds, but I'm going to be throwing all my eggs into now the league basket, and there's still the Coppa Italia to play for as well. So hopefully in this Journeyman series, we can win our first league title. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you enjoy more content like this, like and subscribe. And if you want to see more from me, check out the videos on screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.